Today, Justin Trudeau formally announced the start of a government-funded propaganda campaign to make you think that his failed immigration policies are good for Canada. Now, this announcement comes a day after Justin Trudeau announced that he would be increasing immigration levels to 350,000 per year. Now, I find it sort of like adding insult to injury because Justin Trudeau and his immigration minister don't have a particularly good track record when it comes to immigration policy, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But it's really rich for somebody who has called provincial immigration ministers who are concerned about the cost to social welfare programs by illegal border crossers as fearmongers, or worse, un-Canadian, that they feel the only way to rescue their failed immigration policies is to spend your tax dollars on advertisements, moralizing their decisions, and basically trying to convince you that everything's okay, and that's just wrong. Now, again, this shouldn't come as a surprise because over the last few weeks, we've seen them spend your tax dollars on a bunch of research for things that they really should already know. First of all, the government has been scraping social media accounts, looking at how often immigration in Canada is discussed as a topic. Then they spent money on polling results, which, surprise, surprise, shows that a majority of Canadians aren't particularly excited about the way that Justin Trudeau has been managing Canada's immigration system, to put it mildly. So what I don't understand is why Justin Trudeau doesn't understand that in order to get acceptance for immigration in Canada, he has to stop allowing people to abuse the system. And of course, I'm referring to what's happening at Roxham Road, Quebec, where Justin Trudeau has allowed tens of thousands of people to cross the border from upstate New York into Canada, claim protected status or claim asylum in Canada after having already been in the United States, and then stay on social welfare programs for an extended period of time. I mean, I came to you last week talking about the fact that we found out that Justin Trudeau was spending a minimum of $50 million on, quote, temporary accommodations for these people. And what does that mean? Hotels. Many of you were incensed to find out that there were that much of your money being spent to foot the hotel bills of illegal border crossers. So instead of fixing this problem, instead of closing the loophole in the Safe Third Country Agreement or removing people that have no legal reason to be in Canada, Justin Trudeau has chosen to spend your tax dollars to convince you that everything is okay. That's not okay. Watch me ask the government about this new propaganda campaign in question period today. The topic of spending, Mr. Speaker, after spending hundreds of millions of Canadian tax dollars on processing and prioritizing things like work permits for people who illegally entered Canada after reaching the safety of upstate New York, today, the Prime Minister announced that he was starting a taxpayer-funded propaganda campaign to moralize with his false sanctimony to Canadians who oppose his failed immigration policies. How many taxpayer dollars will the Prime Minister be spending on his advertising campaign to preach the value of illegal border crossers to Canadians?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, we were proud to put in place yesterday our second 3-year immigration plan that will see immigrants to this country rise over the next number of years. That will contribute to the economic success of our country. That will contribute to jobs for middle-class Canadians. We believe that newcomers to Canada contribute to the economic success of our country. It's a principle that the Conservatives do not believe in. They believe in spreading fear and division and dog-whistling at Canadians. We will grow the economy. We will bring newcomers into Canada, and they will contribute to the economic vitality of our great country.
Honourable member for Calgary-Nose Hill.
The best way to build support for immigration in Canada is to fix the system that this Prime Minister has broken. To build support for immigration, the Prime Minister should close the loophole in the Safe Third Country Agreement instead of spending $50 million to foot the hotel bills of illegal border crossers. Why is the Prime Minister adding insult to injury by spending taxpayer dollars to tell Canadians that illegal border crossing is okay instead of preventing the abuse of Canada's asylum system?
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Immigration.
Mr. Speaker, we believe that it's important to share the successes that newcomers are contributing to communities right across the country when we are proud to do so. Canadians understand that when newcomers come into their communities, they set up businesses, they provide jobs for middle-class Canadians, they help our economy grow. We will continue to focus on the economic success of our country through immigration. It's rich for the party opposite to talk about immigration in positive terms after they failed. They failed on the immigration front for close to 10 years. We believe in economic success in our country, growth for the middle class, and that happens through increased immigration.
Order.
Only a Liberal would stand up and try to tell you that spending more money and a problem getting worse is something to be proud of. I don't know how these Liberals look themselves in the eyes someday. I mean, look, here's the reality. They've broken Canada's immigration system. It shouldn't be your tax dollars being used to convince you that everything is okay with Canada's immigration system. They should be trying to fix the system, to bring it back to order and fairness, to be removing people from Canada who have no legal reason to be here, not spending $50 million for, an indefinite period of time on hotels. That's what needs to happen, and that's why Justin Trudeau needs to go, because he's never going to do this. He's making choices like spending money on a propaganda campaign as opposed to trying to fix the system. To all of those of you new Canadians, everybody in this country who supports these principles of fair, orderly immigration, who have written to Liberal MPs and to Justin Trudeau and have made your concerns heard, thank you. Thank you for speaking up. You certainly have a partner with me and the Conservative Party here in Ottawa, and this is something that we're going to continue to fight for, that value of a fair, orderly, lawful immigration system that matches the needs of Canada's economy to our immigration selection process, that doesn't automatically cede selection to the United Nations for humanitarian immigrants, that focuses on the world's most vulnerable, genocide survivors, for example, as opposed to people who have reached upstate New York. That is what we are going to do for you. And Justin Trudeau, his choice, try to convince you with your own tax dollars that he's right and that's wrong. I'm going to get back to work here in Ottawa. I'm going to get back into the House of Commons and keep fighting these guys on your behalf. Working hard for you. Have a great day.